God, and you just chuckled. So I know you're being petty.
And welcome to a very special BB Can postseason show with Ika. But look, before we get to that, I have huge BB19 news to let you guys know, so you're gonna want to listen to this. But first, we're talking BB Can 5 right now, so make sure if you guys want to see any of these shows back, any of our interviews with past house guests from this season or previous seasons, they're all over at yourrealityrecaps.com/bbcan. You can check it all out over there. And if you want to watch us do these shows live, head over to yourrealityrecaps.com/younow and become a fan. It's totally free to become a fan. You get to hang out in the chat room, ask your questions during the show, or you can become a subscriber there and you can watch our shows back that we do immediately instead of waiting for us to post them over on the website, yourrealityrecaps.com/bbcan. Now look, I have some huge news to tell you guys. Number one, we are going to be covering Big Brother 19. So if you guys really want to help us out, consider becoming a live feed updater for us because you get to watch the feeds for free. You can check that out at yourrealityrecaps.com/BB19 updaters. It's a quick little form. You fill it out and then we'll contact you about being a live feed updater. You can watch the feeds for free while you're updating. I mean, it will be so much fun to be part of the YRR family. You know you want to do it. You get a lot of cool other stuff too. But let's say you don't want to do that. Consider just getting the feeds from us this summer at yourrealityrecaps.com/BB19 feeds. Getting the feeds from us are a great way to help support our shows for something you are going to do anyway, and you love what we did for BB Can 5, so help support us either of those ways. But if you're like, look, Eric, we don't want to do work and we don't want to get the feeds, then just become a patron over at yourrealityrecaps.com/patron. You get access to the patron-only Facebook group, prize giveaways just for patrons, your questions asked to reality stars, special shows for you each week, and that, or doing a one-time donation over at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal is what will allow us to keep bringing you guys content all year long and all through BB19. But enough about all that. Let's get to the person you all want to hear from. It's Ika. Hi, Ika. How are you doing?
Hi, Eric. I'm good. How are you?
Was that a nice long intro? It's the longest intro ever this show.
That's okay. It's fine.
Ika, you look beautiful.
I thank you. You know, the weave is done. Everything's done. I tried.
You tried and you succeeded. I mean, I do have to say, though, Ika, I feel like one thing is missing from your whole ensemble. And I didn't really have time to tell you, like, in the beginning, but I have this whole new marketing plan down that I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start marketing Ika eyebrows. And we're going to sell them, like, on our website.
You tried it.
I tried it. I was, of course, referencing that iconic moment. That iconic moment from Gary. Why did you let him do this to you, Ika? Why? Why would you do it?
You know what? I don't know why Gary did that to me. I don't know if I made him angry that day. I don't know if Gary was holding a grudge that day, but I did something to him that day because I should not have looked like that.
I will say, Gary obviously was on this show. He said he said you did not allow him to finish his artistic impression. It was a work in progress.
Would you let him finish?
No. I would not let him finish. All right, let me let everybody know super quickly before we get into all of your guys' questions. You can start tweeting us them now with hashtag YRRLive. You can leave them in the chat room. Of course, become a fan right now on YouNow if you want to leave your questions in the chat room and share the show. I can't believe how many of you here already, but share it. We want more people here. And of course, the number one fan is winning Ika's autograph that she signed in the bathroom. But that's like neither here nor there. I don't know why I keep telling people you guys already signed them. Because I forget to tell you guys. All right, I want to start jumping into your fan questions, Ika. We have so many for you. I'm going to try and get to the most asked ones on this show. And I feel in the interest of fairness, we did have Dre on yesterday. And we kind of started by saying, how are things with you and Ika? And now I'm going to ask you the same question. How are things with you and Dre? Okay.
You know what? I have not spoken to Dre. So there are no things.
There are no things. And well,
Yeah.
and then here's my follow-up to that. Like, are you open to in the future, like, is it a relationship that you'd want to pursue, or no, you're just gonna let things lie the way they are?
Things are fine.
Things
The
are
way they are.
fine. All right. Well, okay. 'Cause I want you to. I want it. I want it. You know I want it. You know that I want friendship and love for all of you. I want friendship and
Is
love.
that what you want, Petty?
I do.
Really?
I don't want petty. I want friendship and love. That is what I want from all of you. All right, let me ask you this, because we know that you're with Dimitri's right now, or Dimitri. I'm still not sure how we're saying. We're going to ask him tomorrow when he's on.
Okay.
But it's from SP1426SP over on Twitter and wants to know, how did your friends and family react to seeing you in a showmance on the show?
They were very surprised. I'm a very private person, and I don't usually, talk about show or display anybody. So they were very surprised.
They were very surprised.
Yeah.
What did they think? Kelly Campwell said, what did they think, or what do you think now about the Dimitri armpit licking? Is there any regrets on that, truth or dare?
Oh my God, I was not prepared for these questions.
Oh, you're getting them.
The armpit licking. You know what? I didn't see the armpit licking, which, thank God, because I'd have nightmares. And he did brush his teeth, so it's okay.
He did. Simply Lisa 008 wants to know, what was jury like for you? A lot of, we keep asking the jury members, do you feel jury was bitter or not bitter? How do you feel the jury experience was for you?
You know what? I stayed away a lot from the other jury people. I was in my room a lot, and they were bitter. Yeah, I would say they were bitter.
Really? Oh, you think it was a bitter jury?
Oh, yeah.
Do you feel like you had the chance to, I know you just said you stayed away from everybody, but do you feel like you had the chance to work on any relationships with any of them, or not so much?
I did. I spoke with Cindy for a bit. I actually spoke with Dre for a bit. And I thought that would have been a great chance for, if anything was said or if anything had to have been resolved, that would have been the place to do it and not wait until we leave out in the real world until things are being exposed to then say, oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Destinies wants to know, were you surprised to learn that you and Dimitri's were fan favorites and perhaps arguably the most loved showmance in BB history?
Oh, goodness. Yeah, we were surprised. You just never know how you're being perceived. There are times when we're like, oh, do you think Canada hates us? Because I don't like showmances. And I thought everyone hated them as well. So we weren't sure how we're being perceived, but I know we're just being ourselves.
If you had to go back, like if you could go back, would you do anything differently? Like, are you happy with how it worked out with you and Dimitri going through as a showmance?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have changed anything. I felt like we played a really great game together, and everything was genuine. There's nothing disingenuous about a relationship. I wish I could have won more comps.
Well, you were the social, and Dimitri was more physical. Or do you take offense to that when people say that, when they say that Dimitri was more of the physical comp winner and you were more of the social game?
No, I don't take offense to it. I feel like that's what it was. I do take offense to people saying that he didn't have a great social game, because he did. So that I'll take offense to. But for everything else, I do feel like if I was winning comps and then playing the game I was playing, I would have been a way, a bigger target and probably leaving the game a lot sooner. So I think things worked out how it should have worked out.
Head of House Ho wants to know, when Canada cheered for you during the double eviction, did you think that it was because they loved you or didn't like Netta?
I thought it was because I was in this alliance that no one liked, and they probably didn't like me at the time as well. That's what I thought.
Was there anybody in the house that you wish you could have worked with or maybe brought into an alliance?
No, I like
No,
Demetri just fine.
no, nobody. No, no.
No, you know what? I wished we would have probably stayed more true to Karen earlier on
Hmm.
than, like leaving her till the very end type of thing. But besides Karen, no, they were all disloyal. They were all shady. No.
All of them?
Yeah.
Not what? Okay, all right. You're right. Oh God, this is probably gonna get me in trouble. Let's play a quick game. Let's play shady or not shady. Ready? Cassandra.
Oh, I love Cass.
Okay,
Actually,
so not shady. See, I'm helping you with
yeah.
this one.
You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking of the people who were like left later on in the game. Oh, I love Cass. I would have loved to have worked with her. She's a freaking queen.
Uh,
Yeah.
okay, good. What about Cindy?
No.
Emily.
No.
No, really? Dylan. Well, Dylan. No, not Dylan either, really?
I mean, you know what? Like, I don't have any regrets with how I played the game. I really don't. So I can't say, oh, I wish I'd worked with that person more or that person less, because not doing that did not affect my game.
Mm-hmm.
I do wish that having Cass in the house a lot longer would have been better, because she's funny, she's smart, she's witty, and she's funny. Like, that house,
Right.
they were just so, like, not fun. That would have been great having somebody like her around for sure.
Right. I'm afraid to ask you this one, but Darius Banfield wants to know, Ika, do you ever see yourself talking to Netta again?
No.
No. And we're leaving it at that.
Okay.
Rafe, one of your huge fans, wants to know, what was the best moment for you in the house? Obviously, besides, let's say, meeting Dimitri's or, that kind of stuff. But what was your best moment in the house?
Oh my gosh. I would say I remember on season 3, Big Brother asked me to go back into the house to style the house guests for Final Four. And I remember, thinking, I'm like, oh my gosh, these people are so lucky. And I wish I could have, been in a Final Four situation. So when I got to Final Four and I went to the awards, it felt like a huge accomplishment. I felt so great.
Oh Lord. Bitch Ache over on Twitter wants to know, do you think Demetrius would have gotten to Final 3 without you?
You know what? I don't know. But I don't know if I would have gotten Final Four without him. So, he played a really good game. He was likable. But when you're in a house, you can't trust anybody. I'm not quite sure how far he would have gotten. We gotten that far because we trusted each other. So I can say I wouldn't have gotten as far as I did, and vice versa.
How do you feel? A lot of people want to know. I see Lindsay in our chat room. How do you feel that your gameplay changed from your first season to this season?
Mm-hmm. I feel like for my first season, people did not know how to take my personality. So going in and being how I am, they were just like, oh my gosh, this girl, she's crazy, you can't handle her. Whereas like season 5, they already knew what they were going to get, And I also feel like I spent a lot more time building relationships and working relationships than I did in season 2.
Right. And I mean, we all love the relationships that you had with people like Karen, obviously, Dimitri's. Some people want to know, do you know an exact moment when you realized in that game, ooh, I have feelings for Dimitri's? Was there an exact...
These people are so nosy. You guys
They are no...
nosy.
Look, you knew you were getting questioned!
I don't know. These guys are
we'll segue to bunnies in a
when
minute.
I know that I started, I would say week 2.
Week 2. Okay. Oh, week 2. All right. Okay, hold on. Let me just text Dimitri's back. I hope that was what you wanted to know. Okay. All right, Ika, look. I was
Oh my God. I hate you guys.
I was debating bringing up a big red-eyed blazing bunny to frighten you, but I feel that I'm stressing you enough already. So
Yes, my armpits are sweating. I'm stressed.
we're supposed to be having fun. Let's talk about why you don't like red-eyed demon bunnies.
Because they're red-eyed demon bunnies. They're evil, and I'm telling you, in person,
Right.
it was a lot scarier. And I feel like I had the most natural reaction of anybody. If you really think about it, there's a red eyes. That's not natural. Nobody should have red eyes. Things should not have red eyes.
I hear what you're saying, but you were playing the game with the devil incarnate Kevin Martin, so I would assume that a precious little red-eyed bunny was not that hard for you.
The thing is, like, you have to understand. I also did have the evil Kevin right next to me,
Right?
And
I know.
the bunny. Like, I mean,
Right? He probably summoned it. They probably like flew in on little wings, like little.
Oh my God, Kevin!
Hi, Kevin. I do like you.
Hey, Kevin.
Yeah, we all knew. We loved it. I think that was one of the most funniest moments, I will probably say, on all of Big Brother Canada's seasons, because people...
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
I was so embarrassed. I was like, Dimitri, on season 2, I was a bad bitch. I was shredding letters, and now I'm crying over a damn... Like, my legacy is tarnished. I was so mad.
You were so mad. B Hoot wants to know, was there a point in the game where you realized that there were going to be people that you just couldn't work with anymore, like your alliance, or people in your alliance like a Netta, like a Bruno? What point in that game did you realize that for you?
Oh, it was very early. It was very early. I would say around maybe the end of week 2. I would say week 2, week 3. Netta's attitude was just not my cup of tea, personally. I'm sure it was somebody else's cup of tea, but it wasn't mine. And I knew that, I was like, I cannot work with somebody that I don't like. So I knew that was coming to an end very fast. Bruno was shady. And he just didn't know how to hide his feelings very well, or his shadiness very well. So I knew that I did not want to work with Bruno either. Early on. But you can't just break ties.
Right. Well, yeah, 100% you can't break ties in Big Brother. There was a lot, and I want to let you say whatever you want about the topic. There was a lot of discussion on Twitter during the season about people saying that Netta was a bully, or the other side would have said that you were being a bully. What do you want to say about that whole topic? Like, do you feel that you were bullying in a game, or do you think that Netta was bullying in the game?
Mm-hmm. Well, I will not speak for Netta. You could ask for that. But for myself, I mean, this is the thing. I feel like people will use that word very loosely. But I want someone right now who's watching to tell me what I said to people's faces that they never said behind my back.
Don't make me say that to our chat room.
I'm just saying, I feel like they've said a lot worse things behind my back than I said to their faces. I just chose to say it to their faces, and I feel like, it's a thing where it's okay for girls to sit in a room and bash another woman, but it's not okay to express yourself to somebody's face and say, listen, this is how I feel about you. And that's not bullying. That's just being real.
I 100% agree. And I think everyone has different personalities, and just some people might be more sensitive, and some people might have been thrown into Big Brother and not really understand that this is a game. But I also agree with you. I think to label anything bullying that happens on Big Brother, a show that people signed up, a game people signed up to play for money, is not really bullying. I feel like it takes away from people that are actually bullied. Like, people went there and agreed to play a game for money.
And that's how I feel as well. I do want to apologize, though, to someone. I do feel like I did bully someone in that house.
Who?
And it was Kevin's pig, and I want to say, I apologize, Piggy, for hanging you. And I apologize for all the mental distress I caused to Kevin for hanging his pig. And that's the only apology I'll be issuing this season.
Not to like the faucet for the honey or the bureaus. Not to all those little special pieces of furniture. A lot of people want to know, I'm going to take it from Sean Bailey wants to know, would you ever play BBUS if you were asked?
Oh my gosh, I feel like right now I am so drained and tired from Big Brother that for now I'll say no.
Really? No. I'm trying to imagine you on our Big Brother. I would want to see it. And I'll say this, look. They allegedly pay you guys to go back. So just take the paycheck, Ika, go on for 1 week, raise hell, and get evicted.
Okay.
Cash that 25K check, and you got the whole rest of the summer to yourself. You're not going to be locked in jury. Be simple. Why won't someone let me do that? What is your reaction? I feel like we have to ask this. What is your reaction to the news that BB Can is on hiatus?
Oh my gosh, you know what? Like, it's sad. I love this franchise and they did so much for me. And it makes me sad for all the people who are like, Ika, I can't wait to play this game when I'm older. I can't wait to prove myself, you know, and be the next big player. I feel bad for those people, you know, who are waiting to audition, you know, who turned 18 or 19 or 20 and they want to audition for next year and they can't. I also feel like it's such a big show and such a great show that I feel like it has to come back. We just had a crazy lit season. You know, season 5 was the bomb.
Right.
And I just feel like, you know, Global didn't know how to handle it. I don't know.
Oh, no, they actually came out with an official statement as to why they had to put the show on hiatus. Were you not aware of the official statement?
No.
Oh, the official statement is because Kevin Martin won and wasn't supposed to, and now nothing will ever be right again.
You're so petty. You are so petty.
I just like when people hate tweet me because they believe that I hate Kevin, and I find it funny now. So I really lay into it.
You just go along with it. Yeah.
I'm like all in on it, and I love it that people think I'm serious. Han Lee wants to know: would you ever do Amazing Race? Yeah.
You know what? I feel like The Amazing Race is such a hard show. I feel like it's such a hard game. That race is hard. I'm just thinking of the cockroaches that I would have to eat.
You have to fly coach.
I'm just scared. I don't know.
And you had to fly coach all over the world. Who wants to do that?
Flying coach, the cockroaches, the heights.
TSA lines. No, nobody wants to do that. Okay, so then I already know where this is going to go. Her follow-up is Survivor.
No,
I don't blame you either. I don't know why anybody. BB Boston asks, okay, so you don't want to play Big Brother US right now. Will you be watching BB19, our Big Brother that starts later this month?
Oh my gosh, I'm a huge fan of Big Brother. I will not miss it. I'm tuning in. I'm watching.
Okay,
yeah.
Who is your favorite BB US player?
Oh my gosh, you know what? I have so many. I love Danny.
Okay.
Danny Donato. I think she is a bomb.
Love her. Yes, love Danielle Donato.
Yeah, I love her. Everyone loves Dr. Will. I like him as well. And I also like Rachel. I liked her and Brendan.
And iconic. You like some of the iconic women of Big Brother.
I love strong women, yeah.
Rennie, did you love Rennie? Remember Rennie, like with the red hair, and she'd be like, Jerry!
You tried it. I'm leaving. You tried.
But you don't like Rennie?
I don't.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I don't really remember. Sure.
Just go with yeah. I'm helping you with the iconic. Janelle. Yeah. Janelle.
Love Janelle.
How can we
love
not
her.
like
She's
Janelle?
the queen.
All right, well, let me ask you this. Lost and Confused wants to know, Ika, has anyone ever told you that you look like Rosario Dawson?
You know what? I've gotten Rosario Dawson. I've also gotten Zoe Saldana. Yeah, I've gotten a couple of that, yeah.
Interesting. I do totally see that. I have a very serious question for you now.
God, you just chuckled. I know you're being petty.
It is from LT Sahiv, and he wants to know, does Karen know that you stole her foundation to cover up that hickey Dimitri gave you?
She doesn't
Oh,
know.
by the way, Karen is in the chat room.
Oh my God, Karen! I'm sorry. I'm sorry I took the foundation. I'm sorry.
Like, did they not give like money to the people that not are in the top 3? Like, you can buy foundation. We'll send you some. We'll send you some foundation, Ika.
God.
We'll send you some. Salawa 416 wants to know. Do you think that there would have been anything that you could have done in the game to win any of the comps that maybe you didn't win?
You know what I mean? I know I sucked at comps this season, and I don't know why I sucked so bad. I mean, I was a boss in season 2. I don't know what happened to me, and I honestly don't regret losing the comps earlier on that I lost because it didn't really affect me later on. I still got what I wanted, to happen. Dimitri and I were still safe, and that's all I could ask for. I would say the only comp I wish I could have won was the Final Four POV, and that's it. That's the only one.
What do you think? What do you think was your most favorite comp that you played in the house? I also see a lot of people were asking that.
My most favorite one. I would say, you know what? Do you guys remember Heavy Rotation?
Oh my God, is this a joke? I swear to you, this has been the favorite comp of every single person who has come on this show, and we've had them all on but like 2 now.
Oh yeah, okay, well, only just because I was with Dimitri and we had a fight before and we made up on that comp. So that comp is like special. It's like special to us.
Okay, I want to take this one over from Twitter. It's from Danny Blue 917, and she wants to know, why did you save Bruno so many times, and why didn't you let William backdoor him?
The thing with Bruno is what people don't get was Dimitri and I were playing the middle for such a long time. So had we gotten out Bruno, had we had William backdoor Bruno, they would need our votes to get him out. And that'd be showing our cards very early on, and we weren't comfortable with that at that time. We wanted him gone. We didn't like him that much, but that would expose us, from that middle.
Right.
And we'd have to choose the 6 or William, Dre, Karen, and we at that time we were more comfortable playing the middle.
Right.
Also felt like we also felt like had we done that for Bruno, he would have remembered it later on.
Right.
And he didn't. So.
Right. Okay. Which vet? Well, let's start with the vet. Which vet surprised you the most with their gameplay?
All of them.
All of them surprised you the most?
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'll go down the list. I'll say.
Let's start with Bruno. What surprised you about Bruno? Since we just
I liked Bruno on his season. I did. I thought he was a cool guy. I did not like him so much on this season. Just like to me, he showed his cards the way he felt about people. He just wasn't, in my opinion, was just not a great game player. When he didn't like someone, it was very obvious that he did not like me and Dimitri, that he wanted us gone. Like, he couldn't hide it. He was just very sketchy. Just disappointed in him as someone that I liked on his season. And to see him this season, it was just kind of like, ooh, like, you suck. I didn't say that. No.
What about the devil? Kevin.
You know what? I didn't realize that Kevin was so socially awkward. So when I met him on the show, he came off very disingenuous, and I couldn't get past it and get to, I was just like, this guy just comes off so fake and so disingenuous, and he seemed so much more fun on his season. So I wasn't quite sure, like, who or what he was trying to be. But I will tell you this. I will say that I feel like if Dimitri or I could not have won that game, Kevin is absolutely very deserving. And of all the vets in the house, he's the most stand-up guy.
Right. I've never heard anybody say that before, that maybe it's just like a social awkwardness that makes him come off disingenuous. 'Cause I think a lot of people, that's their complaint about Kevin, is that it almost seems like he seems fake, or like he's trying to, convince you how you should feel sometimes when you're having conversation with them. That's interesting. What about Gary?
Gary, I thought he was really fun. I thought he was, you know what, I remember watching season one and he was such a fighter. So I thought he would be more of a fighter on this season. But watching the show, he was fighting. He was, I just couldn't see it type of thing. It was fun playing with Gary. He was like, the moment Gary left that house, you could feel the energy just shift. He was such a joy, so much fun. I had so much fun with him.
Right. What about Dallas?
Dallas did surprise me as well. You know, I thought on his season, I thought he was like a loyal guy, and I thought he just got screwed by his alliance. And this season, I felt like he was entertaining, and I thought he was funny. But I did not think he'd have been loyal to me or Dimitri. So,
what about Netta?
You know what? Like on our season, I was trying to look at people's games and trying to get why they played so differently this time. And I felt like on season 2, if you look at her game, she was in control a lot. So she didn't really have a reason to be rude to people. So on season 5, whenever she didn't have that control, she would lose her mind. And I feel like, Netta the person that was shown on television doesn't surprise me because that's who I know her to be in real life.
All right. Actually, wait, no. Who was left? Cindy.
Cindy surprised me. I felt like Cindy played a better game than she did on her season. I felt like, of all the vets that were there, I felt like she was the one who transformed into a better player than she did on her. Just a complete 180 than she was on her season. I was really proud of her game. I thought she played a very good game.
Okay. And Cassandra. We forgot Cassandra, too.
Oh, my God. I loved Cassandra on her season. I thought she was just a friggin' queen. And this season, I think nothing less of her. She played that game. She gave what she could give, and she fought. Like, in my book, she'll forever be a friggin' queen. I'm going to put it out there and say that.
She is. I definitely think Cassandra is is a very iconic Big Brother player. I actually love this question from Rach DHM. She wants to know, has anyone told you yet, or did you find out that Kevin decided to use that veto on you even before he won it? Like, it was always his plan to kind of do it that way. Did you know that?
I didn't know that, but I know that before he used it, Dimitri, Karen, and I had a conversation. And I haven't watched this show, so I'm not quite sure what was aired. But in the conversation, we did say, what if he used it on me and then put Karen on the block to make sure that Dimitri goes home? So I wasn't surprised that he did use it on me. I was just surprised that he put up Dylan instead of Karen.
I feel like you get these huge, iconic, and also kind of turning out to be funny in the end moments on your season. Like, what was it like being in that moment when you were like, fuck you, Kevin. Oh, wait, I'm safe.
I know.
Oh, wait, I'm safe.
Oh, my God. You know what? This is the thing. I can't be anyone else but myself, and in that moment, that's how I felt. And I had actually when I sat there is when I thought of my speech. I didn't have a plan before. I was just so angry. And I was just like, you know what? He's not going to use it on me anyway. And if he is, he's going to put up Karen. So at this point, you could go.
Okay. What a great segue. Thank you. Speaking of you could go, a lot of people want to know, what do you think of all of your gifts from this season? Here are a few fun ones. I vote to evict Netta. We also have the classic, this is one of my faves, the hair flip. And then from your other season, Ika Wong listens to nobody but Ika Wong. Did you love all of your gifts this season?
Yeah, you know what I did.
I want a nap.
The fandom is crazy. I can't believe that people make these gifts. It's just, Oh, it's amazing. I love them all. Like, they did their damn thing this season with those gifts.
Didn't you? Somebody was telling me that you put a request on Twitter. Like there was something that you wanted fans to create, or something like a song or a mashup or a something. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What was it? Put in your request now. They'll do it.
No, they already did it.
Oh, they already did it. All right. Well,
Yeah.
then forget it. It's done. Okay. Well, then it's done. Chat room. Sorry. Oh, okay. God bless you. Oh, Galoo 692345679910 wants to know, what do you think was your biggest move in the game?
You know what? Like, I feel like people will ask me that and they'll want me to say, oh, the Netta move, but I will say definitely forming like a real genuine bond with Dimitri
Right.
because before all of the double eviction, before all of that, like you have to trust someone, to do all that stuff with. And if I didn't have him in this game, I wouldn't be where I am. So I would say that's my biggest move for sure.
Rose711 wants to know, was there something that shocked you that you learned when you got out of the house that you found out? Like, I know you said, like, normally people watch the show and learn something back, but was there anything that happened in the game that you found out that shocked you? Anything in the real world? I'm trying to think. I don't think there was any huge current events that happened. Well, no.
Yeah. In the game, I would say, I've watched up until the double eviction.
Oh, you have?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think what was so funny was like seeing people call me an emotional player, but then they were like breaking down emotionally while calling me an emotional player. I thought it was so funny. It was so hilarious to watch. It's like you're crying and you're calling me an emotional person.
Yeah. What was going through your mind during the double eviction? I see a lot of people want to know, like, did you think it was going to turn out that way? Did you want to win it? Did you not want to win it? Like, how were you hoping double eviction played out that week?
I knew that, if there was a double and I'd won that double, I was putting up Netta and Bruno.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to win it. When I didn't, I was happy that Cindy had won it because I know that of the alliance, she was the most genuine one.
Right.
And I didn't think she'd have put me on the block at that time. So I was happy that she'd won it. As soon as she won and the veto was used, I wanted to talk to her. So I felt like we had a pretty decent relationship, to getting Netta out. When that whole blow up happened, I was worried too. I'm like, I could go home for this, like I'm putting my neck out there. I could also go home. And I'm just very happy to how it turned out because I mean, if Bruno had gone into Cindy's ear or Kevin, they could have said, put up Ika and get her out, and I could have went home.
Yeah, 100%. I want to take. Well, you know what? I want to stick this one in here. I honestly wanted to get it over with earlier, but we're just throw it in right now and get it over with. Terry H wants to know: are you aware of #Dre Exposed Party on Twitter?
I have heard of it. I haven't really seen, because the hashtag was out before I left the house.
Right.
So I haven't really seen what they're exposing, but I've heard of that hashtag.
It was more about the fact that you and Demetrius, Dylan and Karen all got together and exposed Dre's game of how she was, kind of at that point playing both sides or playing against you guys.
Yeah.
So Terry H wanted to know if you've heard of it or what you thought about it. Was there a specific point? I mean, I know a lot of people are asking a million different versions of this question. Was there a specific point when you felt like you could no longer trust Dre in the game?
Yeah. When she threw that HOH to Kevin, I knew she did it. Like, I knew she did. And there's a time where I slipped and I'm like, I wish she didn't throw that comp. And she was like, I didn't throw it. I'm like, oh, yeah. I know. But she did that then. She made a deal with Dylan when she knew that, he'd have put me and Dimitri on the block. So there were little things that were like, this is the second time that this freaking girl has played with my life in this game.
So you're talking about the Buzzkill comp when they made the deal.
Yeah, the Buzzkill rubbed me the wrong way because she told me about that like long after. It wasn't like she came and said, "Oh, there was this deal that was like so." When I heard about that, it was shady. And when Kevin won that HOH, that was shady as well. So
Okay. Maximus Mom, I'm going to take in the other direction now. Maximus Mom says, what are your thoughts now on Jackie's bed curse? Real or not real? Jackie's bed curse. Remember her bed that when people would sit on it, they would get evicted?
Oh, that wasn't Jackie's bed. That was just the third bed's revenge. That was just a bed that anyone that was in that bed, like Gary was in it, Bruno was in it, Cindy was in it. That wasn't Jackie's bed.
No, I mean, she was the one who kind of like said it was the curse is what I meant.
Oh, she did? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
She was the one who like coined it as it's the curse of that bed.
Okay. Yeah, I was scared of it. I wanted nothing to do with that bed. It was cursed. I wanted nothing at all. I want to sit on the bed. If I walk past the bed and I accidentally touched it, I would take a shower. That curse was
Didn't you sit on it for like 1 second? I forget who it was that sat on it for 1 second and then like got off and was, I guess it wasn't you then.
It was me. I took a shower.
Oh, that was you. Okay, right.
Yeah, I took a shower.
What was going through your mind with Karen's fake task? I mean, another moment that fans... I mean, really, I think anybody would just watch you reacting to anything. Like honestly, there just seems to be a show called Ika reacting to stuff, and we would all watch it. What did you think when you were watching Karen doing that task, thinking that she was basically controlling your lives for the rest of the game?
Yeah, I was devastated because I was like, we got the worst ones. Dimitri and I got the worst ones, and I know on season 2 I shredded some letters, for $5,000, but this was my game. Like, this was completely different. So I was just devastated. I was just like, oh my God, Karen, like, why would you give us the worst ones? I thought you liked us. Like, what the hell, Karen?
Would you have given them out the same way? Like, would you have given the no jury vote or the can't compete in Final Four? Would you have given them out the same way if you were in her position?
I would have with the same. Would I've given them out, or would I have?
Would you have given them to the same people, like
No.
the same? Oh, you wouldn't have.
I would have given Kevin that he couldn't play in the Final Four.
Interesting.
For sure, I would have given him that. I would have given Dylan that he can't vote. I would have given Kevin and Dylan the worst ones.
Exactly, and I would have loved it. I think like she had to. I'm pretty sure Karen was like, "Who are we getting the best reaction from? They're getting the worst ones."
Horrible.
If Dimitri's had not been in the house, you're getting this question a lot too. Who do you think would have been your other number one? Like, is there someone that you could have seen yourself working with to the end had Dimitri's not been in the game?
You know what? I probably would have been very close with Cass or Gary.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking Cass or Gary. Probably would have been me, Cass, Gary, and Karen.
Interesting. I think that could have almost have been my favorite alliance.
Oh. Because I mean, I have to work with people that I have a great connection with.
Right.
And a good connection with Gary and Cass and Karen. And even though, we weren't, Bruno and Kevin and all that, I'm telling you, we could have still taken that house.
You could have. Or at the very least, you would have just all walked around and went, betchas. Like Cassandra does all the time. Betcha. Can't even do Cassandra's good one. Destiny wants to know, what are your plans for the rest of 2017? Do you have all your plans laid out for the rest of the year?
No. You know what? It's so funny because I am that person who's like, I work, I do this, I do that, and I know what my year looks like. And this is the first time that I don't know what my year looks like. It's like fun, but like different.
Well, I know you said you were going to watch, I mean, we can talk more about this later. I know you said you were going to watch BB19. You should come to the BB19 premiere party in New York City. It's fun. Lots of the big... you should I'll tell you about it after, though.
Okay.
All right, well, let me say this because, oh my God, Like, we only have like 12 minutes left, everyone. And I don't even know where that time went. So, let me just remind everybody really quickly, Demetrius will be on tomorrow night, same exact time, taking your questions. Like, oh, is he there? Say hi.
Yeah, he's here.
Say hi, Demetrius. Oh, you got to get like way in. I can see you, but they can't. Oh, now don't kill her. We need her, Demetrius. We need her for 10 more minutes. So make sure you guys become a fan so that you can watch tomorrow night. And yes, 10 minutes left for the number one fan, which is currently Becca SC. All right, Ika, I have a very important question for you that we ask everyone that comes on this show from our town. And he wants to know, was there something that you learned about yourself this go round that maybe you didn't know about yourself before you played this time?
You know what? Yeah, I feel like, you know what? You think you know yourself. Like, you think you know yourself 100%. And I'm telling you that I feel like this time around, I got to know myself a lot. And I surprised myself a lot. And it's good, you know, it's good. It's good to not put yourself in a box and to, because people like, you'll think you're open-minded and you'll think you're open to all of these things, but you're really not. And I got to know myself a lot this season, and I'm so proud of myself.
Right. I mean, and you think you're open-minded, and they stick you in a house with Kevin Martin, and then you want to self-evict. That's what happens.
I can't with you. I can't.
Okay, look, let's just pretend that everyone's not watching for a minute. He does, like, intensely stare into your eyes when he talks to you a lot, right? Isn't that kind of, like, weird?
Oh, my God. Kevin.
I love it. It's, like, it turns me on. Like, stop trying to gaze into my eyes when we're talking, Kevin.
You know what he does? Kevin's a very, very, very intense person.
Uh-huh.
But I'm telling you, I did not, like, Kevin was not my favorite person this entire season. I would say the last couple weeks when his crappy alliance left and he was there by himself, I got to know him, and I could honestly say I honestly like Kevin, and I am proud of him that, you know, I mean, he was up against two strong players and he took it, and I'm very proud of him. And good job, Kevin.
And I think that that is a testament to you, to Kevin, to Demetrius, to all of you Final Four players, that you respect the game that much. I mean, like Kevin or don't like Kevin, you still can't argue that he had to fight and battle that alone at the end to make it to that win. And that, you know, deserves respect in the game.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What will happen, Kayla L wants to know, what will happen next with you and Demetrius? Are you guys going to move in together? Are you going to have baby? Are you going to get married? What are you I mean, just all those in one. You got a million.
So nosy. You guys are so
Are you getting married?
This is the thing. It's so funny because people are, listen, it's weird because we do show a relationship. People know that, you know, we like each other or whatever. And, you know, but it's so hard discussing our personal lives with people. It's really hard. So I'm going to keep it a little tight-lipped about what we're going to do. But, I mean, people know, you know, that we're...
Okay, hold on. Demetrius, I can't find out any information about the ring. Sorry, send. Sorry, Demetrius, it's awkward. You're texting me.
I love him so much. You're so funny.
She's right next to you, Demetrius. You're putting me in an awkward position. What Tina C wants to know, do your kids watch Big Brother?
Yeah, they watch Big Brother.
Ooh, I want to say, do you know who their favorite player is besides you?
I don't know.
You don't know. Next week we'll have Ika's kids on. No, never. I'm sorry. We won't ever. We would never.
You are so petty, Eric.
Can you explain? Petty. Wait, look, since you have kids, and I meant to ask Karen this, I don't understand the point. Is it just like having little chefs and maids? Like, what is the point of that? Like, you have to pay for them, they eat your food. Like, can you force them to cook and, like, make you dinner? Like, I don't get the point of children. I just don't get it. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, I can't. I'm trying.
Okay.
I'm trying to have a proper interview, and I'm trying to be on cool cop.
Oh, that's not this show.
Over here acting a fool.
That's not this show. This show's the fun show. You can go somewhere else if you want serious. Small Victories FN wants to know, what was your most favorite week in the house?
Every week that Dimitri was HOA because it means that we were safe, honey.
That is pretty much what I mean to say.
Oh my god.
That is what
I cannot.
Yes. Well, I mean, we loved it. We absolutely loved it. I want to take like 2 or 3 more questions. Brent1177 wants to know, if you could choose the returning players for this season, who would you have chosen? So is there anyone that wasn't on this season or didn't play with you that you'd have been like, oh, I would have loved to have played with them?
Okay, so we had Cass, Gary, would have chosen them for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny. I wanted Kenny there so bad. I definitely thought Kenny deserved a second chance, and I would have loved to have had Kenny there. I would say, this is going to be surprising.
Okay.
But I would say Sabrina.
Oh.
Because when you think of BB Can 2, you think of
Sabrina.
Queen Sabrina. Do you not think of Sabrina?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So I thought for sure, if you're thinking of like icons in Big Brother, I would think you should have Sabrina there for sure. I was also thinking of, I did think that Netta should have came back because she was a huge influence on the show and she played a great game. So I those people come to mind when I think of who, you know.
I'm sure that when you got out of the house, the first thing you didn't do was go and run to watch all of our shows. But we were live streaming during the finale, and Kenny was there, and we talked to Kenny live during the finale, and he was cheering you on and saying like how much that he loved you and is so glad that you were playing or something like that. I mean, Kenny was sitting next to me, and I was just staring.
I do. I honestly love Kenny, and I really felt like, you know, when you think of, you know, Big Brother and all of that, I really felt like Kenny was a great player, and he deserved a second chance. So it'd have been great to see Kenny. Kenny for sure.
I think they will. I have a feel, like I want to believe that Big Brother Canada will come back from this hiatus. And give us more BB Can. Well, is there anybody that you are not going to stay in touch with now that the season's over? But I don't even want to ask it that way. Who are you most excited to stay in touch with now that the season is over? Obviously, besides Dimitri's and Karen, is there anyone else?
Yeah, Cass and Gary.
Okay, and Cass and Gary.
I talk to Cass all the time. I talk to Gary, and I would say, honestly, like, besides Dimitri, Karen she's so special to me, and she is just one of the most amazing part of BB Can 5 to me. And I also feel like Cass, she is just such, when you talk about people who empower women and people who admire strong women, she is that person. She's not a catty girl at all, and I just respect her so much and admire her so much, and all that she stands for, and Gary as well. So I'll definitely be in touch with all of those people.
All right, now I know you don't wanna or don't like, and I honestly don't think house guests should necessarily talk about their relationships when the show's over. I kind of feel like that's between house guests. But I just have one more question to ask you. Is there a piece of advice that Karen gave to both of you about your relationship now kind of outside the game? Because I feel like Karen has to be such a great role model in this long-term relationship. Did she give you guys any good piece of relationship advice?
Oh yeah, she gives us advice all the time. Like she talks to us all the time. We talk to her all the time. Her and Bruce, her husband. They obviously they've had countless conversations with us a lot, giving us advice, and I won't disclose that advice, but Karen has definitely been a huge supporter in our relationship, and if we have any concerns or any questions, we always call Karen first.
Well, like I said, Karen is in the chat room, and
Hi, Karen, we love you.
And she says, I have another piece of advice for you. You can buy me my foundation again that you stole. It's Clairol. She didn't say that. She didn't say that. But here's what I want you to say, Ika. I want to give you full screen to talk to your fans, because I don't think it is at all any surprise to you that you have tons and tons of fans who are here to see you on this show. So we're going to talk in a minute more about where they can follow you and all that stuff. But I want to give you full screen to say whatever you want to say to all of your fans that are here watching you right now.
Oh my goodness, it is a full screen. Yes. I want to just thank every single last one of you for being so supportive and dedicating your time into writing me a message, leaving a comment, sending me a gift, anything. Like, we tried to look at every single thing. You guys are absolutely amazing, and I'm so humbled and so honored that people like you actually care about me and care about my relationship and care about what I'm doing and care about my well-being. It's so, like, I can't even articulate how I feel. Just thank you so much. And I promise I am trying to read all of the comments and all of the messages, and I can't respond to every single thing, but just know that I am so appreciative, and just I can't even tell you guys how special you make me feel when I'm like a nobody. So thank you so much.
Thank you for how much I'm going to mash that up in the beginning of this to make it seem like you're telling me how much you love me. No. No.
I still love you too, Eric. I love you because you know what? You know that my fans, the majority of them are very, very petty. We are down with the pettiness.
I hear.
You, my friend, are a honorary petty member.
I'm trying. I don't know if you know Neely from BBOTT. She nicknamed me Shady Branch.
Ooh!
She says I'm a shady branch.
If you're a branch, I'll give you the whole damn tree, honey, because you are shady.
I'm trying to bring you all back together. I have changed my shady ways. It only takes a few death threats, and then all of a sudden you're over that life.
Oh my God, no, I know, I can't change. I honestly feel like when people, you do have people who don't like me and who do think I'm harsh or who do have an opinion about me, but you just have to be comfortable with yourself, and you can't please everybody.
No, you can't please everybody. But you can please some people right now by letting them know. Let's start with this. Okay. Do you have a P.O. box that you're aware of where you could recite it off the top of your head? There's a lot of people that want to know, where do we send stuff to you? Where do we send stuff to you? And Dimitri's, do you have a P.O. box?
We do not have a P.O. box, no.
Okay, so you can all just send it to me. No, don't send me anything. Will you guys do more Periscopes or Instagrams? Like, you guys watched the episode together. Fans loved it. They want to know if they're going to get to see more of that from you two, or even you guys alone.
You know what? I decided to live stream that one because it was a really big moment in my game. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I felt like I was really petty. And I can't have the pettiness. I have to try to contain myself.
Right.
And I don't want to give people life when they don't need it. I don't want to give these people that I don't like, these peasants, life. Okay. I don't want to. So, and if I do that, I'll just get angry in my feelings and start giving them a bunch of life that they don't deserve.
Okay, so you probably won't do that again. No. Okay. Well, let's start here. Where do you want people to follow you on social media if they want to keep up with everything that you're doing?
So I am on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, mm-hmm. and my name is the Ika Wong. So TheIkawong, and it's all for all three of them.
Okay, and the links will be below this video, and of course, it's up there as well. Well, Ika, we freaking love you, and I think that you know that we love you. I hope we didn't stress you out too much in the beginning. Well, before we wrap it up, let me remind everybody really quickly, you can see this show back tomorrow or any of our shows from this season or past seasons over at yourrealityrecaps.com/bbcan. Or if you want to watch us do these shows live, yourrealityrecaps.com/younow. Become a fan over there or become a subscriber for some exclusive content and access. We would love, love, love if you want live feeds for free or want to help us with the BB19 season. Consider becoming a live feed updater for us. Just fill out the form over at yourrealityrecaps.com/bb19updaters or get the live feeds from us this season at yourrealityrecaps.com yourrealityrecaps.com/bb19 feeds. Of course, again, you can become a patron over at yourrealityrecaps.com/patron for exclusive shows and content, access to the patron-only Facebook group, prize giveaways, stuff just for patrons, or you can do a one-time donation over at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal. All great ways to help support our shows. We really appreciate it. Without all of you, none of this would happen. And look, Big Brother Canada 5 was already canceled. Do you want us to be canceled? Some of you probably do. So for those of you that don't, you have to make up for those that do. Go do it. We will see you guys all later. Bye for now, chat room.
Bye.
Bye, guys.